the planner, and the controller. The one who has everything under control. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has planned the scenario of Musa's upbringing in a way that makes you trust his planning. No matter what you're going through, you read the story of Musa, Allah, every single phase of his childhood, it gets even worse and worse and worse. Until you think he will never make it. And Allah finds a way out of it for Musa A.S. And this is just reflecting the true meaning of what Rasulullah said about the Hadith al-Qudusi, where Allah says, يَا ابْنَ آدَمَ لَوْ أَطْبَقَتْ عَلَيْكَ السَّمَاءُ وَالْأَرْضُ ثُمَّ دَعَوْتَنِي لَوَجَدْتُ لَكَ مِنْ بَيْنِهَا مَخْرَجًا. O son of Adam, if وَعِزَّتِي وَجَلَالِ, Allah is making an oath by His mighty and His glory. If the heavens collapses on earth, and you seek my refuge, and you ask me, Wallahi, I will find the way out of it. And this is what Allah keeps telling us. Fir'aun decides to kill every child, I will save Musa. And I will save him in a way that surprises you, that blows your mind out. That he brings him into the palace and into the house and the home of that individual who were intending to kill him. Yet, the three names that would drag al-Mudabbir and al-Muhaymin today, the first one is al-Khafid, and the second one is al-Rafi', and last but not least, al-Wadud. So as you trust the planner, and you put your whole mind and burden on the controller who controls everything, at that point, you should know that the next step is in the hands of Al-Khafid and Al-Rafi'. Al-Khafid is the one who de-elevates, and Al-Rafi' is the one who hires and elevates. What are those two meanings in the story of Musa? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says at the beginning of Surah Al-Qasas, وَنُرِيدُ أَن نَّمُنَّ عَلَى الَّذِينَ اسْتُضْعِفُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ وَنَجْعَلَهُمْ أَئِمَّةً وَنَجْعَلَهُمُ الْوَارِثِينَ. Look at that. Allah wants to change the classes of Banu Israel. I want to make the slaves leaders. And I want to make the leaders followers. This is what Allah wants to do. And this is what He does. Suddenly, a rich man becomes the poorest in the community. Unemployed person for 10 years, he gets the best government or whatever job that every individual wishes to have. Someone who's bankrupt for 10 years, in a span of 6 months, Allah grants him $20 billion. Allah changes the classes and the conditions of people in the day and night. And this is Al-Khafid Al-Rafi'. And listen to that. I'm going to make those slaves leaders, and that one corrupted leader destroyed without sending tornadoes, volcanoes, winds, no miracles. I will send one of those slaves, who is Musa. Musa is a slave, basically. He got one of two destinies. Either he would be one of the slaves to Fir'aun, or he would be killed. But no. I will make him live the best life and be raised at the palace of Fir'aun. The highest level. That's a first class in Egypt. And he will come back again to make those slaves the leaders of the Ummah and the best nation on the planet of Earth. اذكروا نعمتي التي أنعمت عليكم وأني فضلتكم على العالمين. If it's not Al-Khafid or Rafi', Banu Israel would have been slaves until today. Who are the Jews and the Christians? Slaves, and you would buy and sell them in the market. But Allah decided, I want to change that. Al-Khafid or Rafi'. Use those names. As you're asking Allah to elevate you, you're asking Allah to change your condition and hire you up. Use Al-Rafi'. Use the one, Al-Khafid, whom life and difficulty has put you down, has suppressed you so much. Ya Allah, you're Al-Khafid. It's all in your hands. And then all of that takes you to the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Al-Wadud. Al-Wadud, the unconditional lover. He loves you unconditionally. Where is that in the story of Musa A.S? After Allah told his mother, اقذفيه في اليم فليلقه اليم بالساحل يأخذه عدو لي وعدو له. Or Musa's mother, put him in the box, in the cascade, and the box will be dragged by the sea, and the sea will bring him to the coast, and the coast will take him to an enemy for him, an enemy for me. And then Allah says, and listen to that carefully, وَأَلْقَيْتُ عَلَيْكَ مَحَبَّةً مِنِّي Ya Allah. Listen, brothers and sisters, Musa is already dead. He's gone. But Israel is over. The only thing is left out of them is the legacy. And the only legacy that we have is those preserved in the Quran. So the fact that Allah is telling Musa, أَلْقَيْتُ عَلَيْكَ مَحَبَّةً مِنِّي, it's as if He wants you to feel jealous. As Allah tells you, I loved Musa, I dropped my love on him. So as you're reading that in Surah Taha, you say, Ya Allah, Ya man alqayta mahabbatan minka ala Musa, alqi mahabbatan minka alayhi. Ya Allah, the same way you dropped your love on Musa, drop your love on me. يقول ابن كثير لما أحب الله موسى أحبه كل من في الأرض. When Allah loved Musa, every single individual on earth loved him, including his enemies. This is why Fir'aun, the one who was afraid from him, the one who Musa was a threat to him, he loved him. He couldn't control his heart. Because if you, mankind, control the wealth and control the health and probably controlling the winds nowadays with the technologies and controlling the waves, control the weather, some countries control even the clouds and bring those technological raining. If you control all of that, good for you. But Allah controls things that is above and beyond your imagination. And one of those things, the heart. Fir'aun, when he met Musa again after he came back from Midian, he started admonishing him. He said, Ya Musa, أَلَمْ نُرَبِّكَ فِينَا وَلِيدًا? Hey, are you coming back claiming that you're a messenger? Did you forget yesterday? I raised you in my palace. I fed you my food. My servants were serving you. I've given you my life. When Allah loves you, every single one becomes employed for you. Friends and enemies, men and women, friends and allies, everyone works for you. And Fir'aun was assigned, was employed for Musa A.S. His soldiers were employed. His magicians were employed. When Allah loves you, wallahi, your enemies will be working for you. أَلْقَيْتُ عَلَيْكَ مَحَبَّةً مِنِّي. Now you would be asking yourself by now, how do I know if Allah loves me or not? I will give you 3 signs and conclude with it today. 3 signs that is given by Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Put yourself in that siftah so you may know whether Allah loves you or not. The first one, the hadith narrated by Jabir ibn Abdullah, where Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ إِذَا أَحَبَّ عَبْدًا إِسْتَعْمَلَهُ. When Allah loves a slave, He uses him. قالوا يا رسول الله وكيف يستعمله? How would Allah use a slave, one of us, an individual? قال يوفقه لعمل صالح قبل موته فيقبضه عليه. He will give him tawfiq, He will grant him the tawfiq for a good deed before he dies, and He will take his soul as he is committed to that good deed. When are you going to die? Tomorrow? Tonight? Next week? Next month? You don't know. So those people whom Allah loves, they always have the idea of death on their mind. That you might die at any point, and because of that, they are always after the good deeds. You find them praying Qiyam al-Layl, praying Taraweeh, coming to the masjid, donating, giving this and giving that, being the best version of yourself. Why? Because they know that point, Allah would take their soul and they want to die in a way that pleases Allah. So the fact, as many people are sleeping now, or probably hanging out, or drinking, or partying in that long weekend, and you come to Qiyam al-Layl, wallahi, this is a sign that Allah loves you. It is a true sign. Especially when you sacrifice something you desire for something Allah desires. That's the first one. A second one, إِنَّ اللَّهَ إِذَا أَحَبَّ عَبْدًا, narrated by Abu Hurairah radiyallahu anhu, إِنَّ اللَّهَ إِذَا أَحَبَّ عَبْدًا حَمَاهُ الدُّنْيَا كَمَا يَحْمِي أَحَدُكُمْ سَقِيمَهُ مِنَ الْمَاءِ. When Allah loves a slave, He protects him from dunya, just like He protects a sick person from cold water, which would make him worse, his condition worse. Hamad al-dunya, He protects him from dunya. You find suddenly Allah is dropping some friends out of your life. Some people who used to drag you to the shisha places and the parties and the hangouts, suddenly they're not texting you anymore. They don't care about you. Wallahi, their condition of the heart and the way how they started fading and going out, they're not interested about you anymore. It's Allah taking them away from you. Hamad al-dunya. Suddenly it's not everything you care about is just money and savings and work and degrees and certificates and fame and social media. It's the akhirah that concerns you the most, not the dunya. And this is why Rasulullah says, Wallahi, ما الفقر أخشى عليكم ولكن أخشى عليكم الدنيا تنافسوها كما تنافسها من كان قبلكم لتهلككم كما أهلكتكم. All what I'm afraid about you, I'm afraid for you, it's not poverty, but dunya. That you will be competing at it, just like the previous people we're competing on it, and it destroyed them. It will destroy you the same way it destroyed you. So have the hereafter and the akhirah of Allah, the one focus that you have. The last, but not least, إِنَّ اللَّهَ إِذَا أَحَبَّ قَوْمًا ابْتَلَاهُمْ. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves a slave, He submits them into afflictions, into difficulties, into hardships, so that every single financial, emotional difficulty that you go through, you know that this is a sign of love. And the most tested people were the prophets and those righteous people who come after them. Those are three signs to track them and seek the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and always make the dua that Rasulullah used to make. Allahumma inni as'aluka hubbak wa hubba man ahabbak wa hubba amalin yuqarribuna ila hubbik ya wadud ya wadud ya wadud ya wadud. Oh, unconditional lover. The same way you dropped your love on Musa and made everyone on earth loves him. Drop your love on me, so that you can kick off and start your journey. As we are kicking off the journey with Musa A.S. Barakallahu li wa lakum. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Wa